Welcome back. As we were just discussing, I mean, there's a disagreement here about whether this needed to be said in the first place, but let's say that it didn't need to be said and that military members know already that they should only follow legal orders. And why on earth would the president then pivot and threaten those members of Congress for saying something that was so plainly obvious?
Go ahead.
Can I just say what I think is so odd about this is what is the problem to Donald Trump in saying don't do illegal things? I mean, why is that any threat to the president? You would think that most presidents are actually not planning to do anything illegal. And let me just finish. And I guess I would just come back to this fact, which is that his own Pentagon lawyers right now are disputing the legality of the Venezuelan just shoot downs of boats. And so I think the idea that the far right is saying, what could you imagine? And I would disagree with you, Paul. I think this is totally wrong. When we have a current situation in which the president's own lawyers, people who work for the Pentagon, are saying it's possibly illegal that these actions are happening. Now,
let me ask you a question.
Just let me finish. Imagine
a year from now. Hold on, Paul. I do want to get.
They weren't specific because who knows what will be next.
Let me say this. Let me say.
Hold on a second. Go ahead.
Who knows what will be next?
Nira, hang on a second. Let me let Ben.
This is the reason why the president responded the way he did. It is very clear this video was put out without any reason behind it. There was no red flag to put this out. It was done clearly for fundraising, number one.
Broken the law?
Let me finish, and then you can yell at me if you want to. It was clearly done, premeditated, fundraising. You got emails going out at 6 o'clock on the day this happened. That was clearly orchestrated and pre-planned.
Hold on, Nira.
Again, and the second thing is, you have a president that's pretty used to Democrats saying, we don't pay attention to laws. We don't enforce laws with ICE. We don't enforce laws with the border. We don't enforce laws with anything we don't like with Donald Trump. So this was a wink and a nod to military officials that if you don't like Donald Trump, you don't have to follow anything that he says that you don't really want to. And oh, by the way, the caveat, the best part about this is, then when he responds, we will literally be so shallow because there is no issue here. We're just trying to raise money off of it.
But Ben,
that's it. This is a money game.
Ben, if this is just a fundraising ploy by Democrats, why is Trump calling it a seditious conspiracy? Why is he likening it to treason? Why is he suggesting that they should be hanged for it? Because I think when you suggest that
military leaders should go against the President of the United States of America.
Well,
it was. The Democratic Party.
That's not what they said. I'm just taking you at your own argument.
And I'll
if it's a fundraising ploy,
don't expand.
Why is the president then acting as if this is a conspiracy to overthrow the government?
Abby,
but wait. We were all here on
once.
January 6th when he called the people breaking into the Capitol patriots. How do those things
He said go peacefully.
He called them patriots.
He said go peacefully.
Ben, no.
The majority of the people there, he believes.
Ben, you and I are talking about different things. We are talking about different things. In the moment, as they were breaking into the Capitol, Donald Trump released a video from the White House, and he called those insurrectionists patriots. He proceeded to then pardon them. How can that same man turn around and say a video that you just called a fundraising ploy is a seditious conspiracy?
Are they raising money off of it?
But
it's not because I say it. It's because Mark Kelly sent out a fundraising email. I didn't do that. Mark did.
Can I take a Mark
Mark sent it out.
All right, go ahead.
So sitting here in between this as it continues to go on, this is how our military feels right now. This is how the men and women of our military feel right now. They feel like they're in the middle of this.
Yeah,
every single
don't put
day.
out the video.
I'm still talking. And that they're a political chew toy in the middle of this madness. But the president has a unique responsibility to set the command climate, to set the tone, to set an example. He has to be more careful with his language, especially if he talks about things like execution.
So do Democrats.
Can you please let me finish? I show you respect.
Ben,
show me
please.
respect.
Okay,
That's what needs to happen in this country. And the president has to show respect. He has to show honor. He has to show integrity. Yesterday, he called a woman piggy. Now he's calling an astronaut who's a Navy veteran a traitor. He has to be more careful and precise with his language, especially because he's a commander-in-chief.
Democrats call him a Nazi.
He has a unique responsibility. He is the president.
They called him a Nazi and a fascist.
And he is setting the tone
celebrated when he got shot. Don't lecture us about words, please.
All right, the sitting vice president also called him a Nazi, so don't.
And we just made swastikas.
Here's another thing that this, to your point, does anti-woke mean that swastikas and nooses are now no longer called hate symbols in the United States Coast Guard? According to the Washington Post, they discovered a change in the Coast Guard's harassing behavior prevention response and accountability policy that appears to raise that very question. Here are the two recent versions of that policy. On the left there, you see a document from 2023 that states that depictions of nooses and swastikas, also Confederate symbols, for example, would constitute, quote, a potential hate incident. But now, look on the right, and you'll see that the Coast Guard wants to call them potentially divisive symbols. An anonymous Coast Guard official told the Washington Post, "We don't deserve the trust of the nation if we are unclear about the divisiveness of swastikas." I should also add that it appears that the Coast Guard is going to take another look at this now that it has been made public. But I have no idea why this would even come up. But I mean, what do you think is behind it?
Well, I honestly, I don't know. I mean, aside from like a swastika is a hate symbol. It represents hate. What else does it represent if not hate? How many people died under a swastika? If I drew a swastika on your car and you were a Jewish person, what am I saying to you? If I put a noose on your car, what would I be saying to you? When it's associated with certain groups of people that have been treated in a certain way, that is why they become hate symbols. So for any part of our military to adjust their qualifications like this on hate symbols, it should be a glaring red light for us that we are in real trouble, because this is very problematic.
The anti-woke push taking us to this place where we're sort of like softening the punishment for putting a swastika or a noose somewhere in the military?
I think that the folks over at Washington Post must have gone to like claymiles.com and got jokes out of his file of jokes and put, this is not a real story. The commandant of the acting commandant of the Coast Guard came out and said, this is categorically false. This is not their policy. I go back to our military members again. They know, Paul knows this just like I do. They know that there are standards and that these are hate symbols. And I will tell you, as Paul again will note, when you're getting shot at, you're getting blown up, you don't care who comes in the QRF to come help you and get you out. It's all your brothers and your sisters. And so you're trying to play politics. This story, not you. I'm sorry, not you. The Washington Post is trying to play
what
politics
the Washington Post
with a fake story. That's not true.
It's not a fake story, because here's the thing. Everybody in the military, including you in the Marine Corps, me in the Army, knows, check the reg. Check what's in writing. And in writing, it's up there for the whole world to see. You can find it on the internet. It does not make it clear, right? It says that this is a potentially divisive thing. Swastikas and nooses, there's zero tolerance for them in the military.
Of course.
And there should be zero tolerance for anybody who doesn't understand that. If you work in government and you don't understand that, you need to resign today and find another job.
Did you see the regulation?
Did you see the regulation? Did you see the writing? Did you see what it said? Read what it said.
Matters.
Right? Change the language.
Hold on a
The
second.
Post got this wrong. The U.S. Coast Guard put out this tweet, quote, "The claims the U.S. Coast Guard will no longer classify swastikas, nooses, or other extremist imagery as prohibited symbols are categorically false."
That's not what the Post story says.
That is what the U.S. Coast Guard says.
Yeah, I know that's
the
what
Coast Guard is saying.
Hold
This is a lie.
on, Ben.
The Department of Homeland Security said you guys are now just
Ben.
And here's the reg. Here's
One
the reg.
second.
Chapter
One
11,
second.
B. Potentially divisive symbols and flags. 1. Potentially divisive symbols and flags include, but are not limited to, the following: a noose, a swastika. There it is.
Okay.
Homeland Security. Again, Homeland Security
That's
said.
Homeland
Hold
Security.
on a second here.
There is the reg.
Ben, we're going to use our thinking. We're going to put our thinking caps
I use it
on,
every day.
Okay? You read that statement. That is not actually, what they are denying is not actually what the Washington Post story says. The Washington Post story doesn't say that it's not prohibited. It says that it has been reclassified from a hate symbol to something that is, quote, potentially divisive.
So
Paul just read Paul just read it.
To be clear,
So
you guys think
Ben,
you think if
Ben,
the news
let me
shows
finish,
up,
please.
no one's going to get in
Ben,
trouble?
let me finish. So when the Washington Post puts out this story, and then the Coast Guard says, we're gonna take another look at this, that is an acknowledgement that in the writing, they have changed how it is characterized in writing. And to Paul's point, that is what really matters at the end of the day.
No, it matters what the Coast Guard leadership said this afternoon.
No, that's spin. That's
You can read it as many
That's
times
spin.
as you want.
So you're saying
But
don't
they are
trust the
denying-
Coast
Do you think it's
Guard?
going to stay this way? Do you think
They
they're
are
going to change
denying
it?
something
Do you
that
think
is
they're
not
going to
ever
change it?
I think when the
alleged.
Coast
You think
Guard
they're going
comes
to change
out,
it?
Can I just
You think
say-
I think when the Coast Guard comes out and says it the way that they said it, I go
It's
back
in
to
the
what he said.
regulation.
This is a ridiculous
They have
story
to
they're
change
saying
it.
is not accurate from the
They have
Post.
to change. It's absolutely accurate, and it has to be changed.
What's clearly
Coast Guard will
happened
change it.
here is this is a regulation that's out there. The truth is, it downgrades the prohibition. It waters it down. And obviously, they do not like the blowback. So they're putting out quotes like this. But unfortunately, it's already in writing. So, I mean, people could say whatever they want. But the facts are the Coast Guard made a change in the level of prohibition and downgraded that prohibition. You know what I say is, I got to be honest here. Like when you have people like Nick Fuentes out there saying horrifying things, I'm not actually surprised.
By the way, I condemn him all the time.
You may,
And Tucker.
But the president has never said I was wrong to have dinner with him.
Again, what does that have to do with our Coast Guard members?
Because what I'm saying is that I actually think hard right people in the government are maybe trying to send messages that some of this language isn't as bad as it used to be. And I'm sorry that that is the case in our country, that we have to worry about that.
Right.
But when the president of the United States has dinner with Nick Fuentes, who says things like,
That
I
has
love
nothing
Hitler,
to do
it does
with our
actually.
Coast
You are
Guard members.
sending a message.
You're impugning
it's not the Coast Guard
integrity of our
members.
Coast Guard members.
It's the
Stick
Coast
to the
Guard
story.
leadership. It's
We're
not
talking about the
They
Coast
just
Guard.
need to say somebody screwed up.
I would challenge
It is the
somebody own it,
leadership
fix
of
it.
the Coast
Guys,
Guard
guys,
base.
hang on
I
a
have
second.
actually
If
been on
one-
Coast Guard
I
bases
will challenge
and
you
military
to
bases.
come with me to
and
Coast Guard
no
base
one-
and see if you see one
not
Coast Guard
a
member
single-
with a swastika or any of that nonsense
I don't
in
think
their barracks
that-
room, on the ship, in their
They'll-
car,
they'll
any of
get
those
kicked
things.
out of the military.
Don't
Coast Guard
impugn
members,
the integrity of Coast Guard
nobody- I
members
just have to
because of
finish
Nick
this.
Fuentes.
No,
Okay,
no, no.
hold on.
I have to
False
say this.
parallel.
What's outrageous here is
Your
that
parallel is
no, I'm
outrageous.
not.
Hold on,
There-
guys, just one at a time.
It
please.
is the leadership.
It's really impossible to hear
It is
you.
the
okay?
leadership of the Coast Guard, not members of the Coast Guard, who make the rules and regulations. So I am impugning the integrity of the leadership of the Coast Guard, who is a political appointee, essentially put in by Donald Trump. The woman who led the Coast Guard before was fired on day one.
Every president fires
Essentially-
military members.
Absolutely, but it's not. I am not worried about a single Coast Guard person who's like an actual person doing the work.
By the
I am worried
way,
about
to
the
be clear,
leadership,
the Trump
and we
administration
should
also
Gotta
come
leave
out
it
and
there.
said that this is
Paul.
not accurate.
Okay, as
As
I've said, Ben,
they're truthful all the
denying,
time.
they are denying something that was never alleged. We all know that trick in the book, the PR book. Paul, thank you very much.
A pleasure.
As polls show, Americans aren't buying Trump's economic optimism. His vice president appears to be breaking with him over it. Another special guest is going to join us at the table. Be right back.